Yeah, I was a little annoyed yesterday. Well, this morning. Woke up, see the market down 2 freaking percent. Um, so the best thought here is that this is an easy move lower to pick up shares to go higher. Bastions of hope you have right now, geopolitical stuff. Then have it gap down 1.5%, really messing with emotions today. Especially my emotions. Wasn't super happy about yesterday, but like I said, what you gonna do? So it did turn out to be a follow through day, and and then overnight, for some reason, who the hell knows, maybe China, I don't know, trying to kill 7 million protesters in Hong Kong or something. Downbeat German, China data exasperates global slowdown fears. Now it's global slowdown fears. So, 1.7. So, I'm not sure if I got to ditch my position here or what, but not super happy about it. So far, not a tremendous amount of bullishness. Hmm. 1.72% of the NASDAQ. Trying to watch Qs find some kind of a bottom here. Usually not a good day when you have a follow through day and then nothing happens. So remember this happened last time around over here? We had like two failed follow through days. One was right here and one was right here. Two failed follow through days. Wow, 13% for Tilray. They have earnings? That's going to kill the MJ trade for a while. Yep, this stock is so crazy. Look at that. 13% doesn't look like anything on this daily chart. But over here, to talk about the indexes. Indexes are the real story. What are the indexes going to do? So we had a follow through day here that immediately failed, and a follow through day here that did follow through for a little bit, then it failed. So this one happened very quick though. This would be like our follow through day happening on this candle, which this one had no volume. I do remember this day. No volume on that one. Yeah, not going to give the indexes too much leeway here because they may not come back if they don't come back. GE down. Gold up 0.72%. Reversing higher with stocks potential demise here. Look at the volume on yesterday's candle. Look at all that volume. That's a tremendous amount of volume. I think that's the biggest we have here. Look at that. The biggest is that one big shakeout day. So that could propel us for the next move. I mean, just look at everyone that got scared out of their gold position right there. Lots and lots of people. Yeah, Justin, were you in Tilray? Always sucks when that happens. All right, come on, Qs. Oh, you weren't? Okay. Why are you mad about it then? What's up, Eli? Yeah, it's a conservative type of an environment. I will say that's for sure. I wouldn't be too aggressive. See how our kind of leaders are doing. Roku, Carvana. Carvana's coming back nicely. See, I don't know, man. Carvana's acting so good. If this market ever turns around, Carvana's just gonna shoot up, and we're coming up to the $100 level here pretty quick. We're at about 80. Still not a lot of movement here. All right, let's at least get an attempt to go higher. I'm not sure what this big old spike is about. That's interesting. Let's go look at. IBD had a big thing about a follow through day yesterday, and then now it's just blah. Treasury yield curve inverts. What you need to know. Hasn't it been inverted for like 6 months already? Analysts profit to jump up 1,000% at 8 S&P 500 companies. Wow. Twitter, they're talking about Twitter in some nice light these days. I haven't really been. The Apple day candle. No, I haven't looked at Apple. What's going on at Apple? Ah. That's a pretty big candle. This just reeks of wide and loose, and that's what I thought when I saw the S&P or the Nasdaq this morning too. I just thought to myself, "Oh, that's really wide and loose." And wide and loose is not a good thing. Big up, big down, big up, big down, big up, big down. At some point it usually ends in a really big down. Not all the time, but sometimes. But it definitely usually doesn't lead to higher prices, leads to more chop, could lead to some big downside action, but it's usually not a bullish thing. Vast majority of the time it's not a bullish thing. But I can't say a vast majority of the time it leads to massive drops. In this situation, it feels like it could lead to a massive drop. We could have one of those like 4 or 5% down days again, maybe more than that. I don't know. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just thinking out loud here. Just conjecture. $1.75 real failure to get up here for the indexes. Well, they were higher for a second. Immediately rolled back over. Not really liking this action at all. XXL brothel? Not sure what you mean by that. Sup, Arthur? Yeah, KG leading. I thought that too. I was thinking that too. My God, KG, look at you. Yeti, AMD, NBEV, overstock. Looks like no one likes overpriced coolers. Living pretty much lower here at this stage of the game. MJ taking a beating. 4% here. GE, how'd you end up yesterday? We're right back down to almost the open of the previous day. I always find it funny when a CEO buys a bunch of shares because it never works out very well, especially in a company that's not doing so hot. He's like, I'm going to buy shares and show the world I have confidence in my company. And then he goes in and loses $3 million. Just keep your money. It's not going to have an effect. It's not like I can't imagine any hedge fund investor going, "What? The CEO of GE just bought, what was it? What did we say? It was like 5 million. The CEO of GE just bought 5 million shares of GE. Do no other research and buy the company in mass right now." I don't think that's ever happened. Shop? Absolutely. Well, just dropped $1 for you. So that was a fun look at Shop. There we go. Shop's actually holding pretty good right there. Yeah, nice little bull flag, moving up after earnings, able to withstand the general chop of the market. So definitely very, very good for Shop. Is this Shopify? How come this is over the counter? Oh, now it says NASDAQ. What the hell? That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. How do you just get the exchange arbitrarily wrong? Sorry about that. Just got the wrong exchange. Okay, this is Shopify. Yeah. I mean, it looks really good, though. They're not willing to give it up quite yet. We had that breakout earlier this year, and look at that thing. Just off. Support it every 10-week pullback. I mean, I think I remember seeing this too, and I didn't buy it. 123%. My goodness. You got to identify those trends early, man. Maybe that's one thing I need to do more of is try to identify early trends, because we see some stuff like this and they just keep going. Some chop ETLs. Is that a thing? Uh-oh. NASDAQ 1.8. Come on, NASDAQ. I know you're going to just kill me right now. Qs look like they want to drop off a cliff. I freaking knew this was going to happen. That'd be funny if there was, though. If there's like a choppy ETF. It's like the inverse of volatility. If it's not volatile, it goes up. This is not looking super hot. Oh, yeah. That's not hot at all. I don't like any part of that. This is going to be bad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Hope I'm wrong. I don't know, Rob. It's already down 2%. I had my damn position and I fucking let it go. I doubt I'm going to jump back in. I mean, I had it up. I sold right here at the top. Like right there. Or bought it. Yeah, I bought SQQQ. Anyway, I'm just going to... that's a stupid decision right there, so I'm just going to let it be. If we get another move up and things look weird again, then maybe I'll do it again. But yeah, right now I'm not gonna. Personally, I'm not gonna jump in 2% lower. We'll see. We'll see how it does throughout the rest of the day. I guess is probably another thing. It's too early right now, I think, to pick up any shorts. I'm just thinking about covering my my long. No. Not too bad. I think gold made up for anything I lost on the TQQQ right there. Well, see, it's hard to say. I mean, it could have been some manipulation. It could have just, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. All I know is that is a follow-through day. And it's hard to say this is going to be a distribution day from here. Yesterday's volume was pretty high. So it may just be, we may get distribution in a day or two. It may not go much lower today. I mean, you never do quite know. That candle found a little bit of support. I was looking for volume to jump in. I've seen that before, and I'm like, if volume starts dumping in here, this thing is going to have a 4 or 5% down day. If that starts dumping in volume right there, having flashbacks of some bad days. You're like, oh, it's going to bottom right there. It can't go lower right there, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and it just never stops. And you're like, and then you look back, you're like, why the hell didn't I just sell right there at the open? So, like I said at the start of the show, though, the best case scenario here for today is that they walked it lower to pick up shares at lower prices. That does happen sometimes. I'm not sure with the futures very much. I haven't really seen I've seen some of that, not to the tune of 2% though, but it is pretty cheap to move the price all the way down here in a general sense. I mean, look at the volume. It's basically non-existent. You got, a couple dozen thousand shares here and there, but then you moved into the day and you have hundreds of thousands of shares every single 5 minutes. So it's relatively inexpensive to move it lower so you can buy here and then move it higher and then, take it back higher. That's your best case scenario for today, in my opinion. That's the best case scenario. But I've not often, but I've thought that before in more than a few times, and it just continues to cave. So M down 17%. What's M? Is that Marathon Oil? Macy's. Oh yeah, they had bad earnings too. When rich people aren't buying stuff anymore, gotta go home. All right, NASDAQ 1.98%, 2% on the dot. Gold 0.87%. Yeah, stupid SQQQ position. Maybe I should have kept it and then just put on some TQQQ. Maybe that's what I should have done. Although then I just have two inverse positions and I just feel like an idiot. I don't know if that's any better than having no positions. Not really. All right, getting a little bit of support right there. Let's see. Oh, there's some buying. There's a little bit of buying. Did it just stop? Looks like it just stopped. Buddy GLD. GLD looking good after that crazy shakeout day yesterday. That'd have been a really good time to add to positions on a gap fill right there, but wasn't really thinking about that. My option probably would have gone down significantly. All right, what else are we looking at? Let's look at some stuff, y'all. It'd be interesting to look at since we're talking about the NASDAQ, I don't know, man. If this trade war doesn't work itself out, I think this NASDAQ is just garbage. It's the third correction in a year. I mean, I guess the U.S. economy is doing good. So, what should we search here? I'm looking for GDP growth by country. I'm going to do 2019. It's the IMF World Population Review. Let's try the dirty IMF. So dirty. Emerging markets. So see 2010. Been kind of flat to down here the past 5 years. What is this? Oh, that's fun. This is fun. Eli, I need this for my website. This is super cool. Look at that. I'm just going to do this all day long. Green. Look how much green is in 1999. 2001. Not green anymore. What happened? We were just green. In 2023, they're forecasting. That's pretty cool. Must be just one nice little data set they got here. That's fun. That's really cool. Dude, look at this thing. You get so much information just by everything on the screen. My brain's too happy. It doesn't know what to do with all this stuff. Add a country, region, or group. Okay. So we can do, well, kind of China's the big boy here, right? So let's, is China already on there? Ooh, what is that? How freaking fancy is that? I don't even know what that is. Logarithmic, linear, can't even select it. World. Okay. How come I can't add China? Is it not called China anymore? Oh, People's Republic of. I was looking for China. Ooh, man, this thing is dope. This is my favorite thing I've seen in a long time. This is really cool. Okay, so 9.2%. You out of here, Eli? 6%. Expecting it to slow down a little bit to 5. 1.7% there. GLD looks like it's stalling out a little bit. Not much, though. Plenty of room to work here. NASDAQ, 1.6%. So not dropping off the cliff, which is good. Super good. Earn some stable coins. Yeah, right. How's that job going? I asked you the other day in Slack. I don't think I heard a reply. Going pretty good? Man, look at that crazy economy. World, advanced, emerging markets. Let's go to United States. You can throw UK on there because they're going to go into chaos apparently. I don't know what Germany's doing. Yeah, China's going to slow down a little bit. World's at 3.6, United States at 1.6. Oh, in 2022. So 2017, 2.2, 2.9, and then 2.3 this year, so we're slowing down. Look at how slow we've gotten since the Great Recession. It's really flat. A lot more dynamic over here before the Great Recession. And look at that, we've really just flattened out. That probably has to do with all the money that's been printed. I wonder if there's potential for stifling growth in that manner. Well, not much information to be had here, but this is like the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. Design and projects. Save. That's cool. That's really cool. All right. So, once again, not a whole lot to do here today. We'll see we'll see what the Nasdaq does. We did just go back into a uptrend technically as of yesterday, but doesn't feel like an uptrend. Didn't really feel like an uptrend yesterday either. Just took an arbitrary loss for no apparent reason. So I'm stepping aside in the market. I like my gains. I don't want to gamble too much away. I don't know. I almost feel like it would be gambling at this stage of the game to be jumping on positions. We've seen yesterday we can jump on basically nothing news. Like seriously, we've paused China tariffs for 3 months before and nothing's come of it. So I think yesterday was just an initial position for some investors. And I think today they get on with liquidating what they want to liquidate. That's kind of what I think. So, and then hopefully gold will go up to about $3,000. Well, in the next 2 months? Yeah, gold $3,000 in 7 weeks would be good for me. All right, well I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Help my kids get ready for the day, and hopefully GE will dive back into the dirt too. Oh, it's bouncing up a little bit. We'll see. But be safe out there. I don't know if I'd be taking any major positions. If you see a major buy point in a market leader, maybe feel free to it. But look pretty wide and loose up here. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.